Guys, welcome back to Strong Successful Male. So for today, I'm going to be talking about how you're never too old to make positive changes to your life. You're never too old to improve your life. Now guys, for a lot of you guys that have been following me for a while, I'm sure in one way or another, you are definitely on the path to definitely improving your life in one form or another, whether it's making more money, getting a better job, starting a new business, starting a business to begin with, getting your body in great shape, making new friends, just a whole spectrum of things to make things better in your life. And I'm sure by you doing this, you're also well aware that there's a whole world of people out there that are unhappy with their lives. They're more than happy to voice their opinions about how they hate their jobs, hate the fact they don't make enough money, hate the fact they don't have any money, hate that they have lousy friends, that they're out of shape, they're overweight, whatever. And yet they're absolutely unwilling to do anything to change their situation. I'm sure you know plenty of people like that. And I might add, those are the type of people that try to basically crap on your dreams and goals and what you want to do for yourself, right? Because, as you know, misery loves company. And the thing is this, guys, I cannot stress this enough, and I'm going to eventually give an example of this in my own life. Guys, you are never too old to make positive change in your life, okay? At all. At this moment right now, if there is something where you're sitting there watching this, whether you're in your car, in your house, wherever you are, listening to this when you're at the gym and the treadmill, believe me, if there's something you're not happy about, you can make a change. But again, most people in my opinion, one of the ugliest words in the dictionary isn't the C word that we all know of and that women hate. It's another C word. It's can't. Can't, in my opinion, is the ugliest C word, the ugliest word in the whole dictionary, okay? Because basically, that is what derails people's dreams and goals and all that. And that word is used, can't, I can't do this, I can't do that, it can't be done. Well, guess what? We got a whole world out there of amazing marvels out there that have been achieved, and I guarantee you plenty of people said it can't be done, okay? Can't is bullshit, okay? And I don't want you guys ever using that stuff, okay? If you did use that, that's a word of the past you use, okay? So if there's something in your life you want to change or you want to make happen, I want to hear that you can do it. You find a way, okay? Anybody can. It doesn't make a difference whether you're in your 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s. There are things you can do to make your situation better. So, for instance, if you hate your job, okay, then get another one. How many people have a job that they hate the work environment, they hate they don't make enough money, they hate their coworkers, their boss, whatever, and then they won't do anything about it? It's not that hard to start looking around for other jobs that you have skills for, right? Or if it requires you to get a certification of some sort, or you to go back to school, take a couple classes, or do certain things to get that, then do it, okay? If it means that you don't have a whole lot of time in your schedule to look around, do it at nighttime when you normally might go out with friends. Do it on weekends. Do it on your vacation to research and find out what's out there. If you say you don't have time during the daytime to go to job interviews, take a personal day, take a day off, whatever happens to be, to go do some interviews, okay? It can be done, okay? But a lot of people get so comfortable and they're so set in their ways, they built up attachments to where they were, they're not willing to change, right? It can be done. Or people are unhappy about their bodies, all right? Well, guess what? You're not going to, let's just say somebody who's overweight, you're not going to just magically lose weight. I know there are obviously certain companies that make products that want to try to get you to think that if you take the magic pill, you can lose a bunch of weight. That's a bunch of crap, okay? You need to work hard. You need to join a gym. You need to get exercise. You need to, especially for fat loss, get on the proper kind of diet to lose that body fat. And then there's the other element where people want instant gratification. I got news for you. To make change, a lot of times positive change in life takes time. But we live in an instant gratification society that if somebody gets instant results like that, then they throw up and quit and they say, I can't do it. Bullshit. You can do it. How do I know? Because I have clients that have lost a lot of weight. I have clients that have improved their lives drastically. So can you. Okay? Or somebody complains that they don't like their friends or they're in bad relationships. Okay, stop hanging out with people that are assholes. Stop being in relationships with people that are energy vampires and manipulate and milk you dry, okay? If you don't know a lot of people, go out and do things you enjoy and start talking to people. When COVID is over, of course, when things return to normal, start going to like classes or things that you might enjoy where there's other people to talk to, so you can get a new circle of people and put yourself out there instead of just hanging around the same type of people that just bring you down. Okay, the point is things can be done. All right, but ultimately, guys, if you want to make change in your life, which you can, it's usually going to take sacrifices. You're going to have to sacrifice, your time, sometimes your pride. It's going to take time to get where you want to go. Okay, a lot of people, again, if they don't have instant results, they quit. Sometimes to achieve certain things, it could take a few years. So if you want a new job, it might take that you have to take a year to study for a certain certification or something and get some kind of credential to get that job. You make it happen, okay? And or also the fact that there's risk involved. If you want to start a business, sure, there's always going to be a risk. You want to take calculated good risks. You want to consult people that have knowledge that you don't to help you make sure you achieve your goals, but there's going to be a risk involved. But the point is this, guys, is that you can do this no matter what age you are and where you are in life. We are all masters of our own destiny. We all have the power within ourselves to make our lives better or make it worse, okay? You might as well make it better. And no matter what, guys, people that say that there's too much, it's going to take too much time to do this or too much time to do that. Let me tell you something. Time is going to pass anyway. Okay? Just like that. I'm 43 years old. Guess what? Like this, I'm going to be 50. It's going to happen. And it seems like just like this, I turned 30. Okay? But I've been doing things in my life that I wanted to do, and I'm following my passions and dreams. So even though time's gone fast, I've made things happen. I made good use of my time. Now, for a lot of people out there that are watching this and say that, oh, it can't happen or whatever, I'm going to share with you my story of how I took my dream of owning a personal training business and making six figures, and how I went from having that dream to actually making it happen over the course of 4 years, giving you a real life example. So for you guys that are aspiring entrepreneurs, you'll enjoy this. For those of you that have certain goals and ambitions, but you know it's going to take a few years, let me lay out what I did to get to that point so you'll see a real life example here, okay? And for those of you who are just curious, you can listen away. So basically, here's the thing, guys. When I was 37 years old in 2015, I decided that I had a business that I had been doing since I was 22 years old, and it had definitely run its course. I was getting tired of it. I wasn't making the same kind of money, and I had been training in martial arts for a year and a half, and I loved it. So I decided I wanted to become a personal trainer. I wanted to own my own personal training company. Well, I knew it was going to take a lot of steps to get to that point, okay? So I did the homework, and I found out first I had to get myself to be certified as a personal trainer. So the first thing I did after deciding I want to do it is I ordered the self-study book from one of the main companies that give you the certifications, one of the top ones. I ordered that book, and the book arrived, and there you go. That was my first step to doing it. It was a big moment because I was on my path, okay? I knew I had to go through all this stuff to get there. I knew I had to become certified, get experience, all these things to start a business, but the first step was getting that book. I got that book. And then guess what happened then? That book sat under my freaking desk and collected dust for 6 months. But after 6 months, I said, dude, get off your ass and start studying. You're not going to become a trainer and not making that kind of money from a training company by letting the book just sit there and collect dust. I got that book and I started studying. And I said, okay, by Thanksgiving 2015, I want to take the test. So I assigned myself a schedule on the refrigerator, and every day I studied for a little bit just to get me a little closer towards my goal. Every day I would study maybe 15 minutes here, 30 minutes there, an hour here, hour there, and every day I did it, the studying, I got a little closer towards my goal. Baby steps along the way, guys. It's all about the small steps that you take every day. November came, I took the test, I passed it. Boom, first try just like that. They gave me 2 hours. I got done in like 35 minutes. Boom. Okay, I got the certification. I'm now a trainer. Hallelujah. Part 2. Now I need to get a job in a gym so I can get experience and see how it's all done. And that way then one day when I'm a trainer on my own for my own company, I will have learned all these things on their dime. I sent out resumes, and this went on for several weeks. And after about 6 weeks, I got hired at a gym. I got hired, and as a condition of my employment, 2 days a week, I had to open the gym at 4:45 in the morning. Because yes, people show up at that time in the morning to go to the gym. So here I am, a guy who's, at that point, this was 2016, so I was 38. For years I worked for myself, but now I'm going to go work for somebody else and have to get up at 4 o'clock in the morning to open a gym. And get paid shit, by the way, to get my foot in the door to be able to get clients and be a trainer. So I had to open the gym. That was part of my condition. So I sacrificed my time and sacrificed my sleep and sacrificed my pride, I might add, to go do that. And then I was there 2 days a week in the morning, and I started talking to people, and eventually I started getting clients and training people. And let me tell you something, guys. Those mornings early on when I was there, and I didn't have any clients yet, because they don't just assign you clients. You have to obviously talk to people and get people to want to sign up with you. To kill the time, because I had to be there and keep an eye on things, I was expected to do things like spray down and clean equipment like treadmills and bikes and things like that. Believe me, doing that at 38 years old, after owning your own company for years, having to go back to the bottom and do that, definitely takes a hit to your pride. But I was willing to do that to get where I wanted to be. So I obviously took a hit to my pride, my time, but I made that sacrifice to get where I wanted to be, to get that job. So after a while, I started getting clients, and I started to find my style on the dime of the gym. I started observing how the gym ran things with their personal training department to see how it was done. I started finding my style. I found that I worked better with certain types of people. I started getting more and more certifications to improve my skills. That way I could obviously get more types of clients. I started teaching classes and things like that, and I learned a lot of things about myself. I learned that I didn't like teaching classes. I was better one-on-one with clients, and so I learned that lesson on their dime. And this went on, guys, for a couple years. And at that point then, I decided I got enough experience. I'm ready to go into business for myself. So before I left the gym after 2 years of work, about 6 months earlier, I started getting things rolling to start my own business. I picked out a business name. I registered for the LLC, because you obviously want to be incorporated to protect yourself. When I was at that point then, I got the social media ready. I got the website domain name purchased. I had a website, a girl who works for me, who does contract work. She started designing the website. I got all the paperwork in order. And I was about ready to go into business. Opened the business bank account, got the business insurance for the personal training business, and I was going to be a traveling personal trainer, where I'd go to people's homes, bring the equipment there, or if they had equipment themselves, use theirs. That way I'd have virtually no overhead. I didn't have to have a gym. I could totally operate at my home. I talked to some of my current clients, and a few were willing to come with me, and I gave my notice at the gym. I left, and then in May 2019, I started working with clients, and that way then all the money that was coming in per hour was for me, and it felt amazing. So for the 2 years of getting up at the crack of dawn and having to get paid shit, because as a personal trainer, if you ever hired a personal trainer, guys, and the charge is $100 an hour, I guarantee that trainer is getting probably a third of that, or maybe 40%. The rest goes to the gym. But now, on my own as a personal trainer, all that money came to me. And since the overhead was very minimal, because I operate out of my home and I travel to people's homes with the equipment, and the cost of the equipment wasn't too much, it was all for me. The problem was, at that point, even though I had a few clients, I still didn't have a ton of clients. So I wanted to make more money otherwise. And by the way, I was also shutting down the other business I had for years. I was selling off the assets. So I didn't want to dip into my savings, and I had a good amount of savings, don't get me wrong, but I don't like taking out of that. I decided the best way to make more money is I got a job at a restaurant. So at 40 years old, because in 2018 I turned 40, I had the personal training business with just a few clients, and it was great, but I didn't want to make more money. So I got a job as a restaurant during the summer of 2018. At 40 years old, do you think I really wanted to work in a restaurant? I mean, no offense to people that do that at all, but I stopped working in restaurants when I was in college at 21. But I was willing to sacrifice my pride and go back and work in a restaurant at my time so I can make that money and have a flexible schedule with personal training. So I did that during the summer of 2018. And believe me, I hate almost every minute of it, but I did it. As the summer went on, I started to get more clients, and by the fall of 2018, I was able to quit the job at the restaurant after 3 months because I got enough clients. I wasn't making huge money yet, but I was making enough that I could ditch the restaurant. And I kept going with it, and it was awesome, working for myself. So all that sacrifice at the restaurant, working at the gym, working for shit pay, dealing with idiot managers was worth it. And then things were a little slow in the winter 2019, but then the summer 2019, June I got a new client, May I got a new client, June I got a new client, July, August, and by September, I started advertising in a new local thing for services, and boom, they came pouring in. And in 6 weeks, I got 6 new clients. And at that point then, by early November 2019, after about 4.5 years after sending out and getting that book and starting the studying, I had enough clients. I was doing so much business that I was, at that point, based on what I was making every week, after expenses, making what would be equivalent of six-figure salary. Just like that. But it took me 4 years to get there. So I was willing to sacrifice my time, sacrifice my pride, because, wiping down machines and treadmills at 5 o'clock in the morning at the gym, when I could have been in bed at that age, definitely it takes a hit to the pride. And I was willing to take years to get where I wanted to be. And it was wonderful. I was on cloud nine, doing what I loved and making money doing it. And that continued on until March 2020, when guess what? COVID hit the world. And then my business, because we had to stay at home, couldn't work with clients. Now I was able to get some clients to work with me doing Skype sessions, but I was only bringing in, that was only a few clients. Everybody else put things on hold until things improved in the world. But I was making about 25% what I was making before, because obviously people weren't doing the workouts and only some people want to do Skype. But I found a way to make something. But then at the same time period, when I started with the Skype workouts in March 2020, guess what else I was doing? YouTube. And I started cranking out a video every single day because I had nothing else to do. I get out in the car, film a video, and after a few months, in May 2020, I started monetizing the channel and started making money that way. And I might add, that's when my state of Massachusetts started allowing you to do outdoor workouts. I think it was June. If you was a personal trainer, so all my old clients, they started coming back, and we did outdoor workouts, and things started coming back to normal, okay? And the rest is history. Started making with the YouTube business and the personal training business. But the point is, guys, to this whole thing, I wanted to make a change. I wanted to do something different. I had a dream of becoming a personal trainer, making my own money, making my own business, making six figures, and I achieved that. It was brief with the personal training six-figure thing until COVID hit, but then I adapted with the Skype workouts to make something. But by the summer, clients came pouring back in, and things were good. And during that time, I started a second thing with YouTube. And here we are. And now I'm at a point now, guys, where I've actually scaled back on clients and I'm not taking any more personal training clients, so I can focus on YouTube. And I got two other business ventures that I'm working on right now that one I'll launch probably in the summertime, and another one probably the very end of the year or early next year. Right? The point is, guys, if you want to achieve something, you can do it. You have to make it happen. Okay, you're never too old. I'm 43. And you know what? Down the road, I may do something else. I'll probably be doing this till I'm old and gray, but I love it. And the point is, if I could do it, you can do it, okay? I sacrificed my time. I sacrificed my pride. I realized that it was going to take time to achieve this thing, but I did it. So you guys can do it too, okay? Real life example. This is not me bragging. I'm just letting you know what I did to get where I am, to help motivate some of you guys if you guys want to do business for yourself. Now, I skipped a lot of things I obviously did because I don't want this video to go on too long, but the point is that if you have a dream, if you want to make something yourself, you want to start a business or something along those lines, or just a better job, make it happen, okay? Find a way, do the homework, do the research, put in the time, make the sacrifices. You'll be so much happier that you did that, okay? So anyhow, guys, that is my story. And one day, I'll get more into details how I made this thing happen with YouTube, but that's for another day. So anyhow, guys, be sure to comment down below. Let me know what you think about this. Let me know, guys. Those of you right now that are trying to improve your lives, let people know in the comment section, what are you doing to help improve your life? What actions have you taken? What sacrifices to your time, your pride, your schedule, your money, all that have you done and are willing to do to make it happen? Because you got to be willing to do it, guys. And I promise you it will be better. And be sure to like the video, share with your friends, and subscribe. And I'll catch you next time.